everybody, this is Kim. Welcome back to my channel, Touch of Magic. Today I'm doing a card for a video hop. There is a group of us that do this once a month, and today's theme is Rest and Relaxation. So what do you do in the summer? In the description I will have a list of everybody who is in the hop, as well as a link to Cecilia at Valley Oak Paper, who is our coordinator, should you be interested in joining us on our little monthly adventure. I'm using products today from Simon Says Stamp, the Wildflowers stamp set, the Clouds All Day Stencil, a selection of inks. I do hope you will stick around, see what I have to show you today. I was hoping for Fast and Fabulous in 5, but it's going to look more like Terrific in 10. So this is a design that I hope that you'll give a try, and if you do, please tag me on social media. I would love to see what you make. So hang in and we'll get started. Thanks. All right, the first thing I'm going to do with this is I've got my cardstock, which is the Nina Solar White 80-pound classic crust. I have this down on a WaffleFlower grip mat here. I'm using some very low tack tape here from Simon Says Stamp, but you could use Gina K Masking Magic. I know scrapbook.com also has a nice low tack tape. There's a few really good ones out there. Now that that's down, what I'm going to do is I have a selection of inks here that I'm going to use to kind of replicate the sunsets we get here on our front porch. So part of R&R for me anyway is we love our front porch and our sunsets that we get here. So it is part of it for me. I'm using the Positively saturated inks here. This first one is in Morning. Wanting a soft color transition here at the top. This cardstock that I've started with is a 5x7. My idea of what I'm trying to do for this video is something just fast, it's fun, and you know, really you could do this ink blending in probably 5 minutes or less. I'm moving into Cheeky. Give it that kind of a reddy hue you get under the dark. Gonna move into some Melon. Feel free to leave in the comments what your favorite thing to do at this time of year in the summer for some R&R. Other than I love my craft room, being in my studio is one of my very favorite things. It is if I don't get to do it every now and then, I really feel the lack. Lemonade is my next color. It's a very bright, soft lemon. I'm coming in at the bottom with that. And then I'm going to go across between the two with the darker yellow called Sunbeam. And you could really simplify the colors here. You could just use the orange or the yellow in the Cheeky to get your orange. You don't have to actually do an orange if you don't have it. Because these blend beautifully and you do get nice transitions as well. And what I would like to try and do is get a hint of cloud across the top of the sky. So I'm going to take my stencil that I have here. This is from a card kit I got back in 2020. This one is called Clouds for Days. It's still, I believe, available on Simon Says Stamp. So if it is, I will link it below. And I'm going to go in with Morning again, which I could use my blue brush, but it's really such a purpley blue kind of color. Just going to come in just for some hint of clouds across the top. I don't want the bottom half. I just want the top edges. You know how you get clouds that look like they're flat on the bottom? So I'm going to try and replicate that just a smidge. We'll see how well we do. The same thing here, same color, just going tonally, which is handy if you don't have a lot of ink colors. You can use one color and get a lot of shades out of it by how much depth you're putting on. So a light hand, medium, heavy hand, it'll give you all the different variations. More at the top there. No bottom edge on that one. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Something gives a hint of the clouds at the top. So the stamp set I'm going to use with this today for this quick and simple design is called Wildflowers by Simon Says Stamp. There's two big size silhouette stamps here. I do believe this one is also still available, and I will double check and make sure that I link it if I do. And it's a big size stamp, which is why I wanted to use the 5x7. So I'm just going to get my stamp platform. Today I'm going to use my stamp wheel. This is the Altenew one. And I like that because it's got the sticky grid in it as well. So this is another polymer sticky mat, as you can see. And it will hold the cardstock down nicely. And then I can position the stamp wherever I would like over it. I'm going to go. I wonder if I'm going to pull out my big Misty for this. No, I think we're okay. I'll pull this down as far as I can here. Oh yeah, that's going to work. So the nice thing about this is it sits into the corners and it doesn't pick up the stamp until you press on it. And then it will lift the stamp, but not the cardstock. So we're going to do this one in a black ink for the silhouette look. My favorite for that is the Obsidian pigment ink from Altenew. It's very crisp. It really picks up all the details. Now you might need a couple of applications because this is a big stamp, and that's where a stamp platform is very handy. Okay, so then you flip it and set it into place. And it's nice because it doesn't contact with the paper until you're ready for it to do so. I'm going to use my little wood block that my hubby made me. And just for even pressure because this is such a nice big stamp. Let's see how we did for first application. Oh, that's not bad at all. But I think we're going to give it a second one. Okay, I'm going to do a second application. There's a couple of spots that I thought might need a touch up. And there we are. All right, I'm going to give that a sec to dry. Pigment ink does require a little longer dry time. It does stay wet a little longer, so we'll give it a minute. We'll be right back. Okay, while this was drying, I did a couple of things. So I did a couple of sentiments up with this Wild and Free flower set from Simon Says Stamp. This was from a card kit a couple of months ago. Stamp set is still relatively new and absolutely available. I love this. It's the fonts are fabulous. So I did it in two different colors. I did the morning and the twilight, but I really like how the twilight pops here with the clouds. So that's the one I'm going to go with. And I'm also just going to take it off camera again and cut it with the 5x7 layering dies from WaffleFlower because I'd like to mat it with the black so everything ties together. So I'm going to do that and be right back. I am back with that. We're going to assemble all the pieces and put it together. Yes, I reuse my pieces that have something on the back if I can. So this is my trick with tape as I run it out. I use my bone folder on the end to tear it. Keeps it down in place. Easy to use. And I always loop it through my hand just to easier to maneuver. Then I will take my tweezers and bend back the corners. I will do my best to center that on here. Okay, to make this easier, what I'm going to do is grab one of my scraps here and I will line it up so I can see a little better. The black on the black makes it difficult. And then once that's in place, you just pull the strips and you're good to go. And it's nice on a big panel like this. Got a little adhesive showing here, so we'll just take an eraser. That's from running it through the die machine and holding it down. And then I've got my card base, which will attach. And for that one, I'm going to use, sorry, I do this, I rub off what I call the die hairs, the little pieces, a little bit of liquid glue on the back. That's the Hero Arts liquid glue. And then we center on the panel here. And it's a little easier if I can do it leaning over the panel, but you know, I don't want to stick my head in the way for you. So, sorry, stretching again, grabbing my big acrylic block. And I just use that to hold it down for a second. And then use my tweezers here, a little liquid glue. I love a card like this because it can be anything. You can just make up a bunch, have it in your stash, ready to go when you need a birthday card, a thinking of you card. They make lovely sympathy cards. I think I'm just going to tuck it down here to tie it all in. And just like that, all done. Simple, easy, effective. You can make it at any kind of size with a little bit of masking and you're good to go. Thanks for being with me today. I do appreciate you stopping by. So please thumbs up if you like the video. If you haven't already, please subscribe. I would really appreciate it. I will have all the links in the description below of the products that I used today and the other people in our hop. Please do pop along and see them and encourage them as well. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time. Bye.